Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where we just finished our war against Imperator. We're gonna have to take more from Imperator later on, obviously, but we did manage to cut back on their colonial ambitions almost entirely. They've still got a little bit over here, but that's fine. I'm not too concerned about people colonizing over here in Asia for the moment. That's okay. We do want to continue working our way through Congo, of course. We're going to need to get these guys out of here eventually. I have no idea how we're going to manage that. Honestly, here's how we're going to manage it. And they're out of there. Look at that. It'll just take them a little while to arrive. Beautiful. Okay, so these guys are currently making their way up over here. We just finished this war. We're sitting on about 56% overextension, and we're going to need to get some additional admin power for coring this. So being on admin focus is not the worst thing for this exact moment. Okay. That's fine. I wouldn't mind being on Diplo power soon. Very soon, in fact. But we do want to core over here as quickly as we can. And none of these are actually giving us overextension except for this one. So this is the only one that we really need to core for the moment. I don't want to lose 50 dip power, that's for sure. We'll lose the prestige. It'll come back up. Okay, so taking a look at these guys. Where are you? Okay, we should definitely have you be parked somewhere more like here. Cool. These guys can park up over this way. I definitely don't want to be taking attrition if we can help it. So we'll make our way out of there for some of these. I mean, it's not like attrition is that big of a deal, right? But we would prefer not to if we don't have to. Oh, this war. I completely forgot about this war. Until like literally this moment. I completely forgot it. Perfect. Well, honestly, shouldn't be a problem. They have to go all the way around. We'll not do that for now. We'll just make our way up over here. Okay. So we need to get to 92 admin power before we can core. That'll be there in like 2 months. Not too bad. And we're moving up over this way. I wouldn't mind bringing a leader over this way, just to help us get over there a little bit quicker. Cool. And are we going to have actual rebels? The answer is, yeah, we are. We're going to have actual rebels. So that's something we'll have to keep in mind as well. However, okay, that's an irrelevant amount of manpower. However, this over here has had a lot of time to solidify. So that's great. We're going to need to get out of this war. We don't need to get out of it soon, right? I was going to say, like, as soon as possible. That's not really strictly speaking true. Oh, we can't core this because it's too far away. In that case, we might as well make progress on these. Cool. Local autonomy will come down. I'm not too concerned about that. So this siege will finish up eventually. And we're making our way up here and going to fight here, actually. And that should play out very, very well for us. Indeed it does. And we're going to start capping this fort. Beautiful. So these guys get into position here. That's actually perfect. And we're just waiting for this fort to fall at this point. Some Moroccan separatists over here. No big deal. I want to sort by unity here. There we go. Perfect. We won the siege out over here finally, and now we're going to head up over this way. We're at war with them, so that's fine. Then we're going to head up and just cap our way northward. I do want to core in this location, since we can't core here. We may as well just get the rest of these good to go. This siege over here is a little bit awkward. We don't have a huge amount of troops up here. But that's okay. I think it'll be fine. No real issues there. Okay, so we finished this occupation, and we'll head on over. This fort will need to die eventually, but we can actually go up the coast here. So that'll be fine. Beautiful. So we are going to head over to here. Yeah, they're going to be running over here. That's fine. I don't actually care about that. Missionary strength. Okay, that's neat. Always good to have. Okay. We're going to keep moving up this way. And they're going to lose this war pretty hard, all things considered. This fort finally falls. And this up here needs to be flipped over to Armenian Brazil. Okay. So Armenian Brazil gets these occupations. And then over here is going to be Armenian La Plata, of course. So we'll have that go to Armenian La Plata. Cool. We're going to have this fort fall fairly soon. We have some Swabian separatists here. It's no big deal. We'll go after them immediately as soon as this tick is over anyway. There we go. And we will... I thought we had enough to core. We don't. We can definitely grab an advisor here. Stability cost modifier isn't awful. I'm checking to see if any of these others are an accepted culture. This guy is. We could go for either production efficiency or stability cost. I think production efficiency is more valuable to us. So we're going to go for this guy. And then we're going to bump him right on up to level 5. Beautiful. Okay. No problem whatsoever there. There was an extreme monsoon in Gondwana. We'll organize a relief effort. That's no big deal. 3,000 ducats is nothing. Okay, I'd like to make our way down over this way and try to fight off some of these armies over here while we work our way from the south. Okay, we'll just move on up. I wonder if these guys are going for the capital there. Possibly. Okay, we're going to continue to move up as well. 2 revolts this month. Nothing too major. Yeah, both of those are already handled. No problem there. So we're going to be giving battle over this way, eventually. This is all wasteland over here, so we know they're not going to be there. Tariffs on cotton, we'll leave it be. And we won the siege over here. Beautiful. So now we don't have to worry about awkwardly moving around that. I'm going to send an army directly up to their capital. And we can see these guys that are sieging up over here. They're Armenian La Platan. And that's great. They're flipping this to us, which means that they don't really want that. We might want to consider getting another colonial nation up here. This is colonial Colombia over this way. So we might actually want to consider having all of this come to ourselves. The overextension is going to be a thing. A pretty major thing at that. Yeah, this is all part of colonial Colombia. So I think that's the way to go here. We try to get another colonial nation here. Now, I believe we're going to have to core it. We won this siege, and we're going to come up over here. They're going to run away, but that's expected. Would we be better off going this way? I feel like we would. Even if it's not exactly timing-wise the best way, I think that we're better off to go that route in case they finish up their siege. Okay, so we're going to make our way northward here. I would love for this to all become colonial Colombia. Or rather, Armenian Colombia. I doubt we can take anywhere near all of this. And our admin power is going to be a little bit suspect for coring it, to be sure. Okay, they're running away here. And that's to be expected. So we're definitely going to have some big hits with rebels if we go for what I'm planning here. That's something we need to keep in mind. But honestly, look at our manpower. We're in such a good position manpower-wise that I think is acceptable. Realistically. I think it's completely fine. So we're going to push in up here. And we're going to fight these guys up here. They do have a slight numerical advantage on us, but I believe our tech will carry the day, as well as our leadership. We'll see. Our allies are actually coming in, and they'll definitely turn the tide there. We may have won that as it was, but it wasn't a guarantee. Some separatists out over here. It's fine. For the time being, I'm going to be banking admin power because these don't actually, I'm going to cancel coring these. Reason being, I want to bank this admin power and only spend it for the moment on things that are going to cause us overextension, because we're going to have a lot of overextension from this war. I think that's pretty clear. So we're going to make our way on up here. We won the siege over here. That's great. And we're going to continue to get all that done. We're going to win back this siege and start to take this territory. Yeah, that'll need to be unoccupied. Cool. Interestingly, Cuba wants this for themselves. No. Pass on that, Cuba. Cool. So we're going to head up over this direction-ish. We're starting to run out of locations to siege. Yeah, that'll do. Cool. Cuba wants this location as well. Again, no. St. Vincent finishes up. That can go to Cuba, for sure. And that means that we have 2 colonists good to go here. Okay. I didn't necessarily expect that. Let's go for colonization. Honestly? Yeah, up over here. Wonderful. Okay, so all of this will be capped very, very soon. This war will be over shortly. And I would absolutely love to get a new colonial nation out of this. We have some Sindhi separatists that we'll look into in a moment, but I want to upgrade this location. And where were those separatists at? Here. Okay, no problem. Over we go. And we're continuing to bank that admin power. Now I'm very, very glad, for the record, that we haven't switched over to dip power. Okay, so we're going to grab here. And these guys can head up over that direction. Lose 50 military power. Okay, that's fine. Rebels in Kismayo. We'll bring this force down to deal with them. We're a little bit spread out here right now because of how many forces we have on Imarina, but that's okay. Cool. So at this point, this is all pretty much under control. Some Noop separatists aren't really a concern. They will die very, very swiftly. I'm going to decline this peace offer for the moment. And these guys are just fully overrun at this point. I'm going to come up here and help them siege. And before we go in here, I'd like to put in our highest siege leader, which is this guy. Cool. Cornish separatists are no problem. We'll go deal with those. And how long on these cores? About 1 year and 8 months. That's quite a while. No doubt about that. I'm going to roll us up another leader here. And that is a really good leader. Wow. Look at that. 4463. Really, really good. There were some separatists that just spawned, and I'm going to take these guys over to here. Where were these separatists? Okay, just wanted to check to make sure there wasn't anybody there that I had forgotten. Okay, they're right here. No problem. Also, I love the way that Cuba is laid out here, but then there's also Cuba. This is amazing. I love it. Mongolia is now considered a great power. Oh my. Oh my, indeed. Hilarious. Let's actually look at the great powers. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot. That's definitely a lot. Can we switch our hegemon? We're economic right now. No, we can't. Sad. Well, we're going to walk down here while we're sieging. War has changed. Okay. There's several revolts spawning this month, that's not super shocking. There was one that I clicked through that we'll need to attempt to find. Okay, we'll head up over here, and no problem with most of these. Okay, one right here. Got it. No problem. So that's all completely dealt with. And we're going to walk down over here. I want to make sure that this is flipped away from Cuba. I don't know if we're going to be able to take very much of this, in all honesty. We'll see how much we can actually get. And looking at our current coring progress... yeah, we're working on it. It's 2/3 done with these. We're fighting them over here. Oh, that's going to be exciting to get to. Sure. We'll head on out there, and then Omani Separatists over here. Sure. No problem. Cool. So we'll cap this back, and the question is, just how much are we going to be able to take here? That I don't know. I want to let this siege finish, and it should finish, like, next month. Any moment now. We're going to fight these guys. They're not going to win, obviously. We win our battle out over here. That was always going to happen. Okay, we finally won this siege, so we're at 100%. We are winning this battle. It's not going as good as I would have liked, but let's see what we can take here. Let's see. We need at least, I think, 10 counties in the colonial region that are cored to make the colonial nation. Actually, hang on. We should separate piece these guys. Oh, but they're a vassal. We can't. Sad. Okay. This is what we can get. So that's going to cost us 945 to core. We've got about half of that. It is going to put us very high on our overextension. We knew that this was going to happen. This was already a guarantee. So I think we do it. We know what we're getting into. We know what our rebels are going to be like. And we're in an even stronger position than we were last time. So I think we do it. Will it be painful while we get this work done? Yes. Until the colonial nation spawns, this is going to be painful. We're going to head down here. And our overextension is going to be super, super high. We've actually had it be higher, though. Let's sort by overextension amount. And we'll begin coring just based on how much overextension there is. There we go. Our overextension will start to drop eventually. But, yep, we're deeply unsurprised that we're going to have separatists. This is going to be exciting to get to. Okay, we've already arrived over here, so we'll just head in like so. And then we've got some separatists out over here. Cool. We'll do something along the lines of that. And we're going to need to core these as quickly as we can. I want to go for... I mean, we could start to work on, like, this one for 3%. I want to get progress going as soon as possible. This is going to be rough in terms of separatism, and we already know that. That was already a guarantee. But we're going to look to get Colonial Columbia going here, and that'll be great. So, how many rebels this month? There will be rebels, I assure you. What am I doing here? Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just confused about the way these guys were moving. Sure. 1, 2, 3 this month. This is not going to be the worst of months. Okay, that's already dealt with. Lithuanian separatists here, no problem. And a few separatists out over this way, but I don't think there'll be much of a problem either. I am going to pop a leader over here. There we go. And we can choose a Splendor ability. Yearly Absolutism. We'll take that. We could also start our golden era. I don't think that's useful. So we'll hold off on that for the moment. I mean, I think it's useful, but not at this moment, and you can only do that once per game. So that's fine. Now, people are going to be real angry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We know this. This isn't a problem. I'm going to put a leader here. There we go. And this should not be much of an issue here. Luba, yes, that's fine. And then there's these guys that we dealt with already. There's these guys here, no problem. And then Pegu Separatists over here. I'm going to send these guys over, but they're a long ways away. That's fine. No problem. We'll gain some devotion, sure. And this will be fine. I do want to continue working on coring here. So I'm actually going to sort by cost. And we're going to core anything that we can afford to core that actually drops overextension by coring it. If it's one of these that have 0, then we don't care right now. We will core it eventually. But right now, we don't care. So we're going to continue to win these battles. Only 1 revolt this month. That's a little shocking. Okay. We can then just turn right around and do that, bringing in this leader. Cool. So that's dealt with. Armenia and Canada declared war. That's fine. They can do that on their own. We're not going to interfere. So, of course, we finish up our battle against these various rebels. There will be more. I would be shocked if there aren't rebels this month. Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4. And I clicked through that one. Helpful. Okay, so we have some separatists over here. And we'll just make our way like that. Livonians over here. No problem. And some separatists over here. Yes, that's fine. And where was that one that I clicked through? Well, there's these guys up here. There's these that we've already dealt with. Okay. Ah, they're right here. Got them. Fantastic. So that's no problem. We'll get all of that taken care of. Oh! They're actually entering military coalitions against us. Majapahit, Chinook, and Peroria. Now, none of those are actually particularly threatening. If Ming were to join, that would be a potential problem. And we're going to try to do something about that. We're going to improve relations with Ming. Okay, Banyoro, Mungkwang, Ryukyu, Blackfoot, and Kiskis. None of those are actually threatening, on their own anyway. And the idea would be that we just piece them out one at a time, right? If they do end up fighting us. We'll see what ends up happening with that. Okay. Japan, but none of the rest of these are too threatening. Okay. I mean, we have aggressive expansion with everyone. We just haven't cared about aggressive expansion, to be clear. Our aggressive expansion with most people, at least outside of the Asia area, is like 10 trillion. If we look at Congo here, 1,000. If we look at most of these native tribes over here, 560. Like, yeah. This is not shocking. Okay. Pasai, Creek. So far, we haven't seen Congo, and we haven't seen Ming. Those are the ones that we would be potentially threatened by. Mostly Ming, to be clear. Okay, when can we send? In a bit. Okay. So we have a few revolts going on here. This is, of course, indicative of the fact that we need to chill. And we will do so. So, we need these guys to head out here. Yes, they are. We're already dealing with this. There we go. Over we head. Carthaginian separatists. I'm going to send both of these armies over to deal with them. Kievan separatists, no problem. And these guys, no problem. Okay, we're going to walk these guys in, but I'm going to give these guys a leader so that they walk a little bit faster. There we go. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we'll see what ends up happening with this military coalition. That's going to be very interesting, for sure. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, Sigma162, JJ Gamer, Ken Twin, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Kadra, Raw Potato, Elmichi Nazi, Justin Everett, Emiliano Cambron, Martin Lawrence, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.